Good afternoon and welcome. And today is Thursday, which means it's time to talk about The Promised Neverland Season 2. Yes, The Promised Neverland Season 2. And we're on episode 9. Yes, episode 9. With 2 episodes left, we're going down to the wire. We're going towards the end of all things. And I don't know if this going to lead us to a Season 3. Maybe if they got the guts to do it, and I think they will. I'm not saying they're going to make it happen, but I'm pretty sure they're going to make a Season 3 based on what we're looking at. Now, The Promised Neverland has left us with so many problems. So many problems in this episode that it makes me want to know why we're still watching this. Now, me personally, I continue watching this because I want to see where this is going to take us. Is it going to take us to the arcs further along the way, or is this going to be one of those like, okay, they're going to go to this arc or forwarded? Like, we're skipping so many arcs to a point where it's like every arc is important, especially the Goldie Pond, which, by the way, was important. So, as a result of that, this episode was kind of rushable, and it was kind of quick. And there was some things I'm not surprised, because I knew it was going to happen based on what we saw. So basically, episode 9 was just more like a resolve. The way how they quickly resolve all these problems, issues, is just like right there. Like, wow. It was like one of those things when you wake up and you watch a show and you be like, wow, how convenient. Wow, what a twist. You know, and that's what it was. So I wasn't surprised. Now last week was great. It was okay. In fact, I think episode 8 was one of the best episodes there. That and episode with the Forest arc. But that was that. But other than that, this was kind of interesting to say the least. Now, will this week episode be better than last week? Let's do this. So let's talk about my review of The Promised Neverland Season 2, Episode 9. Let's do it. So, after what happened last week with Norman, having a realization of what he had gone through, Emma stopped Norman. Now, here's the thing. You gotta love Emma at some point. It's just that there's not one thing from season 1 up till now, there's nothing I can never say or hate about Emma. Emma is, you could say, she's the one that wants to change the world in a way that both humans and demons can live together. In spite of all that, Norman being like the light Yagami that he wants to become a god. Just like Yagami was like, I want to become the god of a new world. So when you look at Norman, he's kind of like that. But due to Emma trying to help Norman understand the realization of humans and demons and how demons are supposed to be like as a representative to like, okay, they humans like us. We gotta stop doing all this. So let's change the way how we can interact in demons in a different way. Now, the whole conflict between Emma and Norman was kind of like, it was so quick. The resolvement of that was so quick that it was so like, it's like we knew this was gonna happen. Let me just say that. We knew this was gonna happen. That's it. It was just like a one in the middle, like, okay, that's it, we're done. Like, there's nothing more to say. It's just, we're done. That's what it is. Okay, so here's what we thought. So Barbara, Vincent, and the others, they met this other demon girl with the child. And I felt bad for that demon child, to say the least. I kind of feel bad. Again, Team Emma. So, again, looking at that part, Barbara was trying to kill him, but she hesitated not to and stopped. Because she sees them as them being experimented. So that's what we saw from it. So like, okay, that makes sense. Barbara's not going to kill anything. Barbara's not going to kill anybody. And thanks to Norman understanding what his plan was, like he wants revenge on the demons, but now then he realized, I used you guys. I didn't mean like that. I just wanted to help my family. I didn't mean to get you involved, or the demons involved. I just wanted to get my family back. And that kind of woken Barbara and the others up. Now, as for Vincent, Vincent played the main role at the end, trying to get intel. Like that part was kind of like, wow. But other than that, again, a resolvement episode. Way quick. It was quick, but it was resolved. So, okay, moving on. So we got to see Peter, Isabella, and the demon, trying to work something out in agreement. So they agreed to ship the kids from the Gracefields and send them to Labrador, where Norman was raised. And then we got a call. Then they got a word like, "Oh, Phil is gonna be transported." So I'm thinking like next week we're gonna see Phil. I mean, we saw Phil in the opening, so of course we're gonna see Phil again. It's something about Phil. It's something about Phil that makes me say, for a side character like Phil, he is, matter of fact, not a side character. For a supporting character like Phil, he is very, very useful. You know what I mean? It's something about supporting characters / useful characters that makes you say, you know what? Background characters can do a lot of help. And Phil is going to be somewhat helpful in later on, but I really hope next week they don't really make him useless as ever. I don't know. So when they got to the temple, Mojo and Sunku, I can't pronounce their demon name. God damn it, I still can't pronounce their name. But my point is, they helped out with all the demons, giving their blood out and get them cured up again. Now this is where we get a little funniness here. So now the old man from the previous episodes was talking to Emma and the others about his backstory, about why he ate humans, and it was kind of a sad story. But the way how this was in this episode, it wasn't just an episode of resolvement, but it was great storytelling. Like, we actually get an understanding about how the demon that he is, he met this human 15 years ago. So it's kind of like, with the storytelling, it all makes sense. It all makes sense, That's the thing about storytelling. Once you understand the confines of a show, it makes you like, you know what? I understand the story now. I understand why he was sent to do this or that. It all makes sense. So looking at the demon's storytelling behind this, it's like, that makes a lot of sense why he ate the human. Because he thought that eating humans was like an official benefit for all demons. But now he realized humans have this strong will. Like, they're not weak. They have this strong will, the desire to like fight or not. You know what I mean? To sum it up in my way, that's what I said. So as he was leaving, he literally, he's like, Emma. And I'm like, wait, that Emma or this Emma? You were talking about demon Emma or human Emma? Which one? But I like how he called both. But then Norman came out. He's like, I'm sorry. I killed you and your family thing. It's kind of funny because Attack on Titan last Sunday, when Gabby blur out the word, "Oh, I kill a soldier too. I kill a female too." I'm like, you freaking idiot. And I'm glad Gabby. I'm just wish she got hit in the head with a bottle instead of Falco. But you know how those moments when they kind of reveal the truth. And Gabby's way, I gotta go back to the Gabby moment. And then so in Attack on Titan, when Gabby revealed like, "Oh, I killed a soldier," and she was a female and that kind of thing. And now with Norman's situation, it's the same kind of like a principle, same thing. Like, I'm sorry, I killed your friends and family. And then that little demon girl was like, she like, I understand. I know how demons were back then, Trudy, but I'm sorry. It's kind of touching. That was a little touching moment. I like that. I really do. Now they're going to the Gracefield. Now with all the plans set in motion. The guy gave the device that happened 15 years ago. So when they used the device, they found the coordinates. It was the coordinates that takes them to the Gracefield, and not only that, coordinates to take them for the cure that Norman and his team was suffering. The side effects. So with the cure that they're gonna find, he got days to save. Make the cure, whatever. Now it ends where you got this guy, Vincent, who got this intel. He's like, "Oh, I got intel for an exchange." So boom, that's how it ended, with a cliffhanger with Vincent on the radio talking to him about some intels given. So he's gonna betray Norman and the others to get what he wants, and that's how it ends. So here's what I thought about this episode. I feel like this episode was too quick in the involvement of how to put this, in the involvement of resolvement. Like, it was so quick to say, we're gonna forgive Norman. He understands what he did was wrong. It was so quick. I wish they would have extended it. However, like I said, I'm not surprised. Emma trying to convince Norman he was wrong and what he did. He wants to help out, and then Norman told his squad like, this is wrong. The way how this was, it was so quick. It was so quick to find forgiveness in this episode. It was too quick. I would have expected more from it, but again, the way how this episode pushes, it's going. I think what they're trying to do is get to the. I don't know if they're gonna finish it from the manga standpoint. I don't know, but the way how this anime route is, I don't know where this is gonna lead to a point where it's like, oh, so they go into that arc, and I don't know if it's gonna make it into a season 3. The way how this looks to me, it looks like they're gonna try to make it to a season 3 or not. Depending how it looks and see. But I'm just letting you know. Again, I don't know how far from arcs to arcs that they're gonna skip to a point where somebody's gonna die, and I ain't gonna mention no name. But like I said, if they get into that, then like, we rushed the show for a reason. And like I said, for people, read the manga. Trust me, you're gonna need it. But like I said, this episode was too quick. The whole forgiveness was way too easy. I mean, I would have expected more from it, but that's how it is. Now the whole plot thing where it's just like, okay, the whole plot thing went from like, okay, from finding Norman to get revenge on the demons to now going to the Gracefield to save Phil. So I don't know how they're going to follow that in terms of rescuing Phil and the others from the Gracefield, but let's see how that works. But again, quick episode of forgiveness and resolvement. Pretty good episode. I'm not saying it was bad. Pretty good, but it could have done better with the whole forgiveness track. But let's see how that goes. So again, thank you for watching this review and episode of Promised Neverland Season 2, Episode 9. We're a couple weeks away. So yeah, 2 weeks away. And I look forward for next week's episode, and I hope you will.